whenever you are.
Hi, this is Joan Sparks from Flute Pro Shop, and I'm here today with Dee and Sean Zhao, and we're going to be talking about their wonderful flutes, which have sort of burst onto the market, haven't they? And we are definitely doing great business with these instruments. And as preparation for today, I put it out on Facebook, asked people what they might want to know, and so these are the questions they came up with. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, with all the many flute manufacturers out there, why were you inspired to start Zhao Flutes?
Yeah, actually, this it's not inspired. We started with how do I say? When I started making the student flutes, my wife and me, we had my shop is beside my wife's teaching studio.
Mm-hmm.
So my wife, student always have the flutes, and the student flutes always come by and ask me to do some repair and everything. So sometimes I got really tired. I said, I have to use enough time to repair. And so my wife said, why don't you make a good flutes for this, like a handmade flutes or something?
Mm-hmm.
So then I started to think about it. I said, okay, maybe I can do it. So I said, if I do that, I said, my wife said, Sean said, you'll make all the teacher happy, or a student happy, a teacher happy. I said, good. I said, okay, I will do it. So that's why I started. I said, okay, I want to make some flutes, make all the teachers happy and all the students happy. So
and
that's
the parents happy.
And the parents.
Yeah.
With the price and quality.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's why I started to think about doing student flute as one of the best student flutes. That's
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We can attest to that.
Yeah.
And one of the selling points we make here to people is that we really never see your flutes for repair until we send out our postcards reminding people that it's time to have their flute looked at. You know, their annual
Right.
clean oil and adjust, but otherwise we don't see them in here for any other issues, which is remarkable, because there's some that we see regularly. Every 2 months there's another issue, and your flutes are absolutely
Thank you.
very mechanically strong. Okay, and so the next question is, what makes your flute so superior?
Well, I'm making flutes because I was thinking about, since I'm going to make a student flute, I want to make the student flutes different from other companies.
Mm-hmm.
It should be good. So that's what I started to think. And plus I was trained by Paul, so I know how to make handmade flutes. So I said, maybe I can make a student flutes, more like handmade flutes, everything. So I was thinking about it. You know, on good flutes, the head joint is, everybody knows, the head joint is mostly important on the flute. So myself actually is an expert to cut head joint. So I said, first of all, I want all my student flutes with a hand cut head joint,
Mm-hmm.
so make the sounds better.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I started making, on all my flutes, I put a hand cut head joint on the flute.
Mm-hmm.
Then you ask me with the flutes is we can talk with like 3 parts. Now first you have to make the body, make it right.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I started make the body, so when you draw on the tone hole and everything, you want the tone hole flat.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking about it. So when I was in China, so we found a special tuning, so make the tone hole more flat than anybody else. So first the tone hole is very flat.
Mm-hmm.
Then we do before we started, we work on the body first. We make the post. When they put the post on the flutes, we try to make every steel. They are free. They are tight, but they are free. They are
Mm-hmm.
straight. They are
Mm-hmm.
parallel, straight. Everyone. So there's no end plate, nothing on
Mm-hmm.
the plate,
Mm-hmm.
rubbering and everything. So the flutes will when later when you're stringing them, the flutes will be much free. The mechanism.
Sure.
So
Makes
that's
sense.
so when we make it, we check everything. So they are very good. Then we just started to make the stringing. So when we make stringing, we required each key fit to the flutes, to the tone hole, right in the middle, not left and the right, but right in the middle, and the front and the back has to be level.
Mm-hmm.
So the flutes, otherwise, if they if they are not center, the seating will be not good.
Right.
So they were leaking and everything. So that's what we try to prepare ourselves at the very beginning. So just like the handmade flutes, that's what we do. So after that, so when we pad the flutes,
Mm-hmm.
we do partial sham and everything, just make the flutes just sitting like like the pros, like the professional flutes, exactly do the thing. So we know other companies, they do something like, for example, they steam their pads and they clamp them, they put it in the oven. We never do that. Because if you put it in the oven, the flutes will come, the pads will come back. When the moisture goes in, the warm air goes in,
Sure.
the pads bounce back, the memory come back, so the flutes will start leaking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also if you at the very beginning, if you're stringing, you don't face them and face them right, like the post and the tubing, they touch all around. So if you just fire them or by bend the post and everything, so when the tubing touch the post, they only touch part of them. So when you put a little bit of time and they warm out that side, and the flutes started to make enough noise.
Right.
So the mechanism will become very loose.
Yes.
So that's what we don't want to happen. So that's why we want the flutes, even you play for a long time and it's still tight, mechanism is still tight, and the seating is still there. That's basically what we do. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, that kind of quality control on student flutes
Right.
has been something we've
And
needed
for
a
the
long time.
stringing, another thing is, I think he didn't mention, is our key are, if it's, this is for this flute, that G sharp, it can only fit that flute. You know how most of the student models, you can make 5,000
Exactly,
keys.
yeah.
Each key can be interchangeable,
Mhm.
but our flute you can't. It's just like handmade. If that one made for this, say, for 139, that flute, that key can only fit that one. So that's just more, basically it's handmade,
Yeah,
even though it's a student model and
Right.
the price.
right.
Oh yeah, you can see the flute has on the flute on the ribs you
Each
have a
flute has a
number.
number.
Yeah, and the match up with the if you do like a COA overhaul, you can see the cob inside has a number, so they match up to that flute,
Right.
and you can't change it to
You
another
can
flute.
change it. Other manufacturer, you can do, 1,000.
Right, mix and
Right,
match,
mix and
yeah.
match,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
so-
you can't on this.
Right, right.
So the quality control that you're providing everybody with is really exemplary, and you both travel to China to your factory and make sure things are going right?
Yes, we actually have a system, and first of all, I teach people in my factory. I said, when you grab your parts, you have to check if the part is wrong, anything wrong, scratch, bend things, and dents, and everything. You check them. If it's nothing wrong, you start to work on. So basically, then the next time and start to work and check the first time people did the work. So we check by one. We also have the individual each department has a quality control guy to check the flutes, and we have 3 operations. One is in Hubei, we have another operation in Tianjin. So every flute finish we have to check in the factory in Hubei. Then we ship them to Tianjin. Then we'll have them check again. Then come to Boston. Then I do another final check, adjustment and final check before I send the flutes out to dealers.
No, after
custom.
he check, I'll play.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I'm a very picky person. Most time he hates me. In the end, he thank me because, I'll just say, okay, I think I like that one a little bit lighter, or I think the F sharp can be a little bit, more. So that I do play them for a while, so make sure the flutes break down.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then I'll give him whatever that I think I want to be the way I want, and then he do it again. Then we'll clean. Even after clean, I still wear gloves, play again. You know, sometimes the spring hook or when clean cloth caught and the spring fall off, you suddenly come and say the flute doesn't play.
Right.
So to prevent that one, we go over board. Make sure that I wear gloves and play again. So it plays, and now we put it in the case station.
Right.
So I think it works pretty well.
That's
So.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely working well.
Sean likes to play flute, and Sean likes to check everything.
Yeah.
So I don't really have time to play because I work all the time.
So it's worked pretty well.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's a great
yeah.
combination. Okay, so tell us about your manufacturing site. You mentioned 2 of them. One in the southern part of China and then one in the northern part of China?
In southern part of China, the main factories there, we have about 40 people there.
That's our fire hall, by the way. Tallyville Volunteer Fire Company. Yes, you were saying.
I said I was ready to run. if I run, I grab the wooden flute. Yeah, we do, and our factory used to be in Tianjin. Then we moved to Hubei, but I have like 5 excellent paddlers, and plus a supervisor is there, worked many years. She's very good. So in Tianjin, so we kept them in the group. Then I made an office myself in Tianjin. So the rest of the people went back to Hubei. So we make most of them down there. So when we finish them, we check it down there. But in Tianjin we do some packing, final finish, and everything in Tianjin. Then Tianjin is how do you say? It's a harbor or something to ship the fruits out. It's a big city. It's much easier for us to ship out.
Yeah, all the imports, export is in Tianjin.
Sure.
Yeah, so which is so they can do final testing, and the Tianjin's weather and everything is more close to Boston. It's like winter time, so when they ship to here, it's more close. So we think that we thought about everything. So that's why I decided to, even we have to spend a lot of money, be more expenses there, but we still keep the Tianjin office and the people stay in Tianjin. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good system. And tell us a little bit about this wonderful instrument in back of us.
There's a vertical bass flute.
Vertical.
The vertical bass flute actually, many years ago, I saw one. I don't know if it's Jupiter made or somebody made it. And but when the bass flute started to have problems, we made a stand to how do I say, to hold the bass flute and everything. But but still people still complain the bass flute is too heavy
It's
to
so
play.
heavy.
Yeah.
It really is.
So I said, I saw someone, I said maybe we can start to make some vertical bass flutes. So I talked to my partner. So I have a partner and they make the flutes. So we started to talk about it. So we started from scratch, from the picture. We saw it and then we just make them and change them, make them. So at the very beginning, we spent about 2 or 3 years to make this one. We have to change them. When we made the first one, they are not in tone at all. So they are everywhere. So we moved the tone hull around. And finally, the first one actually is solid tone hull. To solder them together is much easier to make them. If you draw, you have to make all the tuning and everything. Later, you have to destroy them and start doing them. So that's why now, until today, and I think the vertical bass flute is now plays very well. Yeah.
Well, and there's going to be such a demand for it because of all the flute choirs that are coming up, and a lot of people are mature. They're not teenagers anymore, and so the weight is an issue for the bass flute. And the sound on this, you played it earlier, is just spectacular.
Yes.
It really, it's huge and it's very well in tune. Good. And let's see. We were going to talk a little bit about your wooden head joints too. Can you tell us about those?
Yeah, the wooden flutes we started on. That's about I was thinking about 7 or 8 years ago. We started to make it because again, it's with my partner too. They make clarinets and everything. I said you have all the good wood, make a few wooden flutes. So we took some time to work on the wooden flutes, and so I goes to there like every month. Every another month I go to the factory, work with them. So we made a few of them, and they play very well. And then we just started to make more and more. And for the head joint, we also changed because at the very beginning we make a lip plate. We make the tubing, so we glue the lip plate to the tubing. Yeah, but now we make because we lately we bought a more CNC machine and everything. So basically we make a one piece wooden head joint right now. And
then
so
also you hand cut yourself.
After we did everything, we just hand cut them, adjusting everything. So yeah, that's what I do. Later I do the wooden head joint. Yeah, and they're very good actually. They put on the silver flute, plays really good.
Yeah, I can't wait to try them. In fact, I'm really looking forward to trying all the things. Is there something new that's going to be coming up?
The new thing is just handmade flutes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to make the handmade flutes because that's the inspiration from what happens is 3 years ago I went to Germany. Frankfurt Massey or whatever. Music Messe, yeah. And so some guy and brought a Murmatsu flutes come to me. And so they played DZ 700 flute. They said, it is excellent flute, but I think my Vermont flute is much better. I said, how much you spend on this flute? He said, $20,000. I said, this is $2,000. It's a student flute. It's a stable flute. He said, yeah, it's very good, but I want to see you make some flutes like this flute. I said, okay, so next year you come in, I'll bring my handmade flutes here. So I did brought there, the guy did come. So they did play my flute and he said, it's an excellent flute.
Good.
So, but for a long time, because I'm mainly work on the student flute, so I don't really have time to put my hands on, and so I organize. But starting from this year, so I have so many demanding from dinners, and everybody want the handmade flute because they think I'm a handmade flute guy. They think because I told people, I said, oh, DJI flute is a handmade student flute. But everybody said, why don't you make a handmade flute? I said, okay, I will make one. So that's why I started to make a handmade flutes, and I will to produce more and more.
Excellent. And
Yeah.
those are made in Boston. your hand
Those are
flutes.
made in Boston, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Okay.
we make a solid tone hall, drum tone hall, and next year we start to make a gold handmade flutes.
Ah,
Yeah.
that'll be great.
You
Yeah.
already had an order.
I had an order
You already have an order.
Yes,
That's
yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thanks for coming to Delaware to visit with us, and we're just about to open up the shop for one of our round tables featuring DJI flutes. So if you haven't been able to make it to the round table, you've heard the inside story here. So thanks for joining us, and take care.